In a recent tournament, BPT event on Lake St. Clair just a couple weeks ago, all 10 anglers in the top 10 reported using a drop shot as their key bait, and almost all of the fish they weighed in for that event over 4 days. This Lake St. Clair Bassmaster Elite Series event almost certainly will be dominated with a combination of front-facing sonar and drop shot. So if that's not your cup of tea, yeah, maybe go fishing that weekend instead of watching Bass Live. But if not, if you like big smallmouth, you like to see light line, you like to hear those drags zinging, then this Lake St. Clair tournament should be a blast. I expect it to take probably somewhere close to 23, 24 pounds a day for a 4-day average to win, as long as they don't get any terrible, terrible, terrible wind. We've had a bit of a break. We're back. It's been a good long while since the Sabine River, which was the beginning of June, so we're looking at 6-7 weeks since we've had a Bassmaster tournament. We are now venturing into the Northern Swing. Last 3 events, anglers jockeying for Angler of the Year position, Classic contention, Rookie of the Year, staying alive, keeping their hopes for requalification on the Bassmaster Elite Series. All that on the line with Lake St. Clair, Champlain, and St. Lawrence River all on the docket for the last 3 events. Quick look, Sabine River was pretty good for me. I got the winner. Congrats to Brock Mosley. Congrats to our winners in the HellaBass contest. I think I sent your emails out a long time ago. We've moved up considerably. We're doing well. We're up in the 90s now, back where we belong. So with 3 events left, positioned to make a big run here and hopefully even push further up into that dark green. Draining the lake, just a little bit lower, but still not too bad. The winners should have all received their emails about their Chatty Boys gift certificate winnings. So if you haven't got yours, send me a note, leave me a comment below, but I'm pretty sure I sent those all out. If you want to win, make sure you join the group Beat HellaBass, password VISOR, links down in the description how to get that, or just search HellaBass in the private groups on Bassmaster.com. If you want to support me, you want to support the channel, go check out chattyboys.com. You can use code HBFREE for free shipping on any of the tackle, any electronics, any of the trolling motors, anchors. I've got some electronics there. I've got my Raptors there. Great customer service, super fast shipping. Highly recommended them. So give them a look, and let's get into the picks. As always, I like to start in bucket E. Caleb Kufal from Wisconsin is getting all the love here, which is a little weird because I'm pretty sure he hates smallmouth and doesn't really like to fish for him. So not sure that I would go with the majority here. Alex Weatherall, a northern guy, getting some love. KG Queen, some other. I think Jacob Fouts could be a really good dark horse here. I think John Sukup, being a front-facing, forward-facing specialist with his Garmin, could be good here. But for me, Alex Redwine, Jay Shakurit's buddy. We've had him on the stream before. Loves smallmouth. Last year on the Northern Swing on Oahe, the river, and St. Lawrence River, he had 3 top 30 finishes. Finished the year with top, getting nice checks. He probably needs the points requalification. I'm pretty sure Lake St. Clair is about as close to his home lake as we're going to see on the Elite Series. So this is a good time to use Redwine. Bucket D, you got Pipkins, who's kind of a local here. He could be a really good pick. Mueller does good on smallmouth. I don't know if his track record is as strong on St. Clair. Josh Douglas from Minnesota, keeping his Smalley skills sharp and guiding all June and July back home on Mille Lacs, which Mille Lacs is kind of a shallow fishery. St. Clair is, but there's a lot more rocks in Mille Lacs. But Douglas has had some really good catches and some success on St. Clair. He's had some issues with getting back to the ramps, fishing regulations, licenses, kind of some snafus that have kind of kept him out of there. But he knows how to catch them. He could be a really good pick. If you're looking for somebody a little bit more dark horse, good pick. Scott Martin, a lot of experience here. FLW over the years. Zaldane. Cody Huff could be really strong here. He likes his electronics. So there's some interesting picks here. But for me, I'm going Taku. I think he's had a little bit, lower of a season being in bucket D. He loves smallmouth. Taku. Smallmouth love Taku. He's going to have that weird shrimp scent. He's going to have all his front-facing sonar shooting, pinging, light finesse, drop shot. Taku's going to catch him this week. Bucket C, got a couple Canadians, which are always attractive. Johnson and Gustafson. Christie's won here before in an open, had some other really good events. He likes to crack tubes on bait casters. You got Masayuki Mashishita. Lots of interesting options here. Bernie Schultz tends to do really well in northern swings and smallmouth, but I'm going Cooper Gallant. He was kind of everybody's darling pick for Rookie of the Year. It hasn't really panned out yet this year. He's in bucket C. I think he can probably still make the Classic with a couple of really good smallmouth events, and I think everybody's kind of forgotten how good Cooper Gallant is with front-facing sonar and his aptitude for smallmouth. He won on Cherokee, so I think this could be good. So the Bowmanville, Ontario guy, Cooper, is my pick, and he should make a really cool YouTube video out of it. All right, we got the other Johnston in bucket B. We got Seth Fighter, who won an AOY championship here. Austin Felix, the Sleepy Assassin. Clark Wentland has done really well up at St. Clair. A lot of good options here, but I'm going to go with Kuyoya Fujita. I've heard stories about him fishing like 5-pound line, super finesse, doing really well on Lake Oneida. He's also a big front-facing sonar. We all heard about him when he was throwing that little, fuzzy dice thing, right? This little weird contraption. Early in the year on Seminole, we haven't heard much, but that's the kind of stuff that's going to differentiate him. Obviously super comfortable with the drop shot. Also, obviously super comfortable with light line. A featureless lake with not much cover, not much grass. He should be a strong pick here. Moving on to bucket A, we got the prodigy Palaniuk headlining things. John Cox, third in AOI. Ike Sofentes, won on drop shot in Seminole. Patrick Walters, he's kind of the first one that exploited, front-facing sonar in a major way at Lake Fork on the national scene. So lots of interesting picks here, but I'm going Jay Shakurat. Everybody's probably got their eyes focused on him going back to St. Lawrence after he got that 100 pounds. He's done well here in the Johnny Morris big team tournaments here. He's got some experience on St. Clair. He's from Wisconsin. He understands these types of smallmouth in the Great Lakes. So I'm going with our guy Jay, also a former guest. And I probably need to adjust my tiebreaker here because I got it at 83 pounds, and it's probably going to be a little north of that. Maybe we'll do let's go for 93.3. Now let's move on to Drain the Lake. All right, taking Felix, Douglas, Shakurat. I know a lot of people are saving him for St. Lawrence River. Jacob Fouts, I just got a good feeling about him. Shane LeHue does well on smallmouth. Take the Zell Dangerous one. Go on Taco Idu. Last but not least, red wine. So there's our picks for Drain the Lake. For those that don't like spinning rods and finesse fishing and hair jigs, and you want to see some smallmouth caught power fishing, watch this tournament video on the screen right here.